Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Alright. Got this article from Axios. Pentagon this was published about an hour ago. Pentagon ramps up Middle East surge. Thousands of U.S. military personnel have been shifted around the globe or told to prepare for deployment, Axios' Noah Bresner reports. Why it matters. The Pentagon has scrambled to dispatch significant military might to the Middle East since the so-called terrorist T attack, since the T attack on Israel 2 weeks ago. Pentagon officials say the U.S. is surging support to the Israeli state, which includes providing the country with air defense and munitions. Zoom in, okay. Armada of American ships and dozens of aircraft are quickly amassing around Israel, including 2 aircraft carrier groups, the USS Gerald Ford and the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower, with roughly 7,500 personnel each. 2 amphibious Navy ships, which are equipped with thousands of Marines. F-35, F-15, F-16, and A-10 fighter jets to supplement aircraft already in the area. Another ship, the USS Carney, intercepted 3 missiles over the Red Sea that were potentially aimed at targets in Israel, a Pentagon spokesperson said Thursday. U.S. Special Forces to assist Israel with planning and intelligence support. 2,000 troops were ordered to prepare to deploy to the Middle East. They're unlikely to serve in combat roles, and that's what they're saying right now. Between the lines, the White House has previously discussed the possibility of using military force if Lebanon-based Hezbollah opens a new front in the war. Axios' Barak Ravid first reported. Israel and Hezbollah, which is backed by Iran, have traded fire almost daily since the Hamas attack on October 7th. And this World War III, it could potentially get hot. And it is gonna get hot. Now I know potentially it is gonna get hot. It's just a matter of time. And it looks like we're getting close to that time. With this right here also. Update: Bloomberg, Israel informed America that it will not wait long to begin the ground operation. And once they do that, it's very likely that Hezbollah is going to open up a new front in the north, which would give the U.S. an excuse to intervene. The least of the flock is being drawn in. Jeremiah 50 and 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath proposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Verse 46. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved, and the cry is heard among the nations. So you have Babylon could possibly get dragged into another war in the Middle East, according to, and that's gonna happen, actually, well, soon, possibly soon. It's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. Possibly soon. And let me get Joel. Verse 20, and that also could give an excuse for Joe Biden to call for a draft. If the U.S. gets involved, there's a possibility of Iran getting involved, Turkey getting involved, and it just turning into a regional war. It turning into a regional war from just Israel and Hamas to a regional war, man. Which would be World War III, the Western Asia theater, because that's really Western Asia. Joel 2:20, but I will remove far from you the northern army, and I will drive him into a land barren and desolate, with his face towards the east sea, and his hinder part towards the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things. And yeah, man. Looks like that's gonna happen soon. And also, let me get Joel chapter 3 verse 9. Proclaiming this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Verse 10, beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And got these countries that used to not be able to pop shit, now they're popping shit, man. Like Iran used to not be able to. But with the backing of Russia, they could possibly have nukes too. The backing of Russia, now they can talk their shit, man, and make moves that they wasn't able to move before. In North Korea, another country, that there was a time when North Korea wasn't as big of a threat, but now it's a threat. Now they can pop shit, you know. They can do their thing, man. 'Cause they got nukes, you know. These other countries getting nukes, that's the great equalizer, man. That has allowed the weak to say, I am strong. Verse 11, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh, which is mighty ones are in them so-called UFOs, is chariots. You know, is celestial angels. Verse 12, let the heathen be wakened and come to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Verse 13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. Verse 14, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is near in the valley of decision. And it's near, man, that third woe. The third woe. Third woe. Bro, is cometh quickly. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And you know, if World War III is this close, then if World War III is this close, then you're gonna have if World War III is this close, then imagine how close the chip is. Because the chip gotta be, man, the C-hip gotta be mandated before World War III goes nuclear. Before that before Babylon is turned into a lake of fire, since the lake of fire is judgment for taking the C-hip, for taking that grain of rice. And we're seeing digital euro. We've seen these CBDCs being pushed, like over there in Europe. And they say it will exist alongside cash, but over time, and it's not gonna take long. It's gonna replace cash. They're gonna phase out cash. It says right here, ECB starts preparation for digital euro and multi-year projects. That's gonna come to America, digital dollar, man. ECB starts preparation for digital euro and multi-year projects. The European Central Bank took a further step on Wednesday towards launching a digital version of the euro that will let people in the 20 countries that share the single currency make electronic payments securely and free of charge. The ECB said it will start a 2-year preparation phase for the digital euro on November 1st. Interesting. On the day after Halloween, aka Samhain. You know how these devils do. In which it will finalize rules, choose its private sector, where Samhain is spelled like spelled Samhain. How you spell Samhain? Samhain. The true, the pagan folly day, or Halloween comes from. They're beginning on November 1st, which is so-called All Saints Day, which they get from Solomon too. It was like an attempt to Christianize it, but yeah, in which it would finalize rules, choose its private sector partners, and do some testing and experimentation. After 2 years, the governing council will decide whether to move to the next step of preparations to pave the way for a possible future issuance and rollout of a digital euro. While Wednesday's decision is a small step in a multi-year project, it sets the ECB ahead of the other central banks of the Group of Seven, G7 wealthy nations, and may constitute a blueprint for others to follow. Slovakia. A number of Caribbean currencies in Nigeria have already launched digital currencies, while China and Sweden are among those that have rolled out pilot projects. But the Fed, the Bank of England, and the Bank of Canada have been more cautious in such projects. The digital euro will be, for most intents and purposes, like any online wallet or bank account, except it will be free to use and guaranteed by the ECB rather than a private company, making it safer, and they're pushing it. But the project has its fair share of critics, chiefly bankers and regulators who fear it will take deposits away from the commercial sector, but also some academics. The European Union's privacy watchdog, and some consumer groups. So far, the ECB has not been able to clearly communicate the added value of the digital euro, quote unquote, said Markus Ferber, a German member of the European Parliament for the Conservative European People's Party. And you know, the critics, they're right, man. They're trying to take deposits away from the commercial sector. And also, there's a reason why the privacy watch European Union's privacy watchdog would be saying something about it, because they'll know your every payment. One of the key complaints is that a digital currency may facilitate a run on commercial banks in time of crisis, while providing little improvement compared to existing accounts. The ECB says the digital euro will create competition in a market for payments dominated by U.S. credit card companies. To assuage concerns about a hollowing out of commercial banks, the ECB said it will set a cap on how many digital euros any individual may own, likely in the region of 3,000 euros. Yeah, and that's another goal of theirs, so you won't save up money or make too much money. They're gonna bring that over here to Babylon, to the U.S. I'm gonna show you how it links in with the CHIP in a minute. The International Monetary Fund recently said digital currencies should have a modest impact on monetary policy outside of crisis times, and published a how-to guide for central banks. Just like with physical cash, Users will be able to make small offline payments in digital euros to counterparts nearby. And the ECB said it won't store any data about individual transactions. Are you going to take their word for it? Are you going to take their word for it? Because I wouldn't take their word for it. The digital euro would be distributed by the ECB as well as commercial wallet and commercial banks and digital wallet providers. It will only be available to residents of the euro area and citizens abroad, which addresses concerns about mass adoption in countries where the local currency is weak. Electronic payments in the US grew in the EU, well, we're talking about the EU here, grew from 184.2 trillion euros, 201.7 trillion dollars, which is that's how much it is in dollars, in 2017 to 240 trillion euros in 2021, accelerated by the that was one of the goals of the 84 edition demic, man, according to European Commission data. Central banks representing 1/5 of the world's population are likely to issue their own digital currencies in the next 3 years, according to a survey by the Bank for International Settlements. Many of these projects surged around 2019 when Facebook announced a plan to introduce a digital currency, which were then ditched. With the rise of stablecoins, crypto turned tokens backed to some degree by traditional currencies gave central banks digital currencies, or CBDC in financial jargon, new impetus. Which, let me look up what impetus means. Impetus comes from the Latin verb impetere, meaning to attack, which is a combination of the prefix in, meaning to, with pretere, meaning to go to or to seek. Toward, to seek toward, to seek toward. Hence, impetus describes the kind of force that encourages the action, the impetus behind the project, or the moment of an action already began. But, yeah, man, I'm gonna show y'all how it all connects. Yep. Walletmore is the first company bringing payment implants to the mass market. RFID and NFC chip implants and biohacking products. And yeah, man, you can see how it would be compatible with a digital euro or digital dollar. You could see, and so this prophecy is the prophecy of the m.o.t to the b is also moving. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in the foreheads. That's charagma. That's the karak, which breaks down to karaks. Charagma is the word for mark that's being used there, which breaks down to karaks, which is the delivery system will be through a needle. So it describes a needle, a stake, you know. pale or steak. It describes it. And breaks down, which breaks down to grapho. That's how he's gonna, all your info is gonna be written on there. That's how he's gonna write his name on you. The number of the beast, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And the RFID chips, they're the best place to put them, is what they say, is in the right hand or the forehead. The right hand, definitely. But you also have the brain chip, brain computer interfaces, like Elon Musk's Neuralink. That's the charagma in the forehead. Which will connect your brain to the internet. So you could how it's gonna be is you're gonna be able to, you'll have your digital currency in the chip in your hand, the C-hip in your hand, and you'll be able to spend it just like with your head, making online purchases. That's why a lot of people are going to get the headpiece as well. And then no man might save or sell, save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number, might buy or sell, save or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That's verse 17. And it's going to be mandated. They're going to mandate it. We see steps towards that. Revelation, okay, verse 18, here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of a beast, the beast, for as the number of a man is, number is 636, which provides another clue. Chi, size, stigma. The stigma is goes into, and stick go back to the same root word, stigma and stick. They're gonna stick it in you, and it's gonna be stuck to you. And this prophecy gotta be fulfilled before World War III goes nuclear. But with that, I hope this video is edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire in all truthfulness and in all sincerity. And shalom to the rest of the hopeful elect out there. Abababal, death to Babylon. Abala Adawamium, death to these other nations, which is coming, which is going to be done by Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Abala Adawamium means death to the Edomites. And it's going to be done by the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, which means Yahweh in the name of his son Yahweh Shai. It's going to be done by the Lord, alright? For the record. Vengeance is his. And Abad Lakawayum, dead to the other nations. That means dead to the other nations. And Abad La Ayabim Nawa, which means dead to the rest of our enemies. Shalom. Well, the rest of them being 2/3 of you so-called black people, Latinos, and Native Americans, you Hebrew Israelites, as well as you Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations that are here in Babylon. 2/3 of y'all are also gonna die. And again, this is gonna be done by the Most High Yahweh through his son Yahweh Shai. We're not gonna take matters in our own hands. Just for the record. And Shalom, stay strong, Ababa Ball, Wah, and Yasharallah forever.